Hello, thank you for tuning into the Eating to Live cooking show, America's #1 vegan cooking program. Now, my name is Chef Chew, and I always say, going to give you something to chew on. I'm sure you're wondering who I am. Well, I'm the director of the Eating to Live restaurant, and we have one of America's first healthy fast food restaurants, and we specialize in making all plant-based products that are totally healthy, no cholesterol, no trans fats, and totally delicious. But today I'm going to be doing a simple cooking demonstration, and we're going to be making our Believe It's Not honey barbecue chicken wrap. What did I say? The Believe It's Not honey barbecue chicken wrap. And I'm going to be using one of our products that we manufacture called Believe It's Not chicken. And this product is so amazing. As we always say, it looks like chicken, tastes like chicken, and even feels like chicken, but guess what? It's not chicken. Crispy on the outside and white in the middle. Oh, it's delicious. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and get started and put our first 4 ingredients into our stir-fry pan. And we're going to start with our onions, our green peppers, our olive oil, and our Believe It's Not chicken. So we're going to put 3 teaspoons of olive oil into our pan. And my pan is at medium-high. That's going to allow the oil to get hot, but not too hot. Now we're going to go ahead and add about a 1/4 cup of our onions into our pan. And you want it to have a nice sizzling flavor right there on it. Add our green peppers into it. And this is going to be some kind of good. When this onions and green peppers go inside of this Believe It's Not chicken, I mean the flavor is going to infuse all the way through it. We're going to add about a cup of the Believe It's Not chicken into the onions and green pepper mix. And our best part, we have a delicious seasoning that we make from scratch. It's actually made from nutritional yeast flakes, and we add sea salt inside of it. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle about a teaspoon of this seasoning blend right into the Believe It's Not chicken stir-fry mix. Go ahead and stir it all up. Get the flavors right all into it. This is going to be some kind of delicious. Oh man, this flavors is going all the way through this. Now we're going to let it cook for about, say about a minute, and let this flavors get right into it. And it was amazing. When I first opened my restaurant up, a gentleman came and said, GW, what are you serving in your restaurant? I said, man, I have something called Believe It's Not chicken. And he asked me, he said, man, what do you make it from? I said, man, we make it from soybeans. He said, man, that's some bad beans. And I said, yeah, it's really some bad beans, because the great thing about this Believe It's Not chicken, it is not chicken, meaning that it has no cholesterol. When you look at society, you're going to understand that one of the leading causes of death in America is heart disease. Over 81 million people in this country have heart disease. And the great thing about this is that it can be prevented if we simply change our dietary. And that's what the Believe It's Not chicken is all about. Now, as I let it stir fry, understand that the onions and green peppers is sauteing inside of this olive oil, and it's infusing that flavor all into this Believe It's Not chicken. So when we put this thing inside of this wrap, I mean the flavors is going to burst out of our mouth. So we're going to let it cook for another 10 to 15 seconds, and we're going to put this inside of our bowl. Well, we just finished our Believe It's Not chicken stir-fry mix, and now we're about to go ahead and prepare to make the wrap. Now, we're going to use an actual organic whole wheat sprouted wrap. Now, did you hear what I just said? I said an organic whole wheat sprouted wrap. Now, the great thing about it is that it's whole wheat. Most wraps that are made are actually white flour. So this actually has the whole grain inside of it. I mean, it's full of fiber. And it's also been sprouted. And what happens when they sprout wheat, it means that they actually soak it in water, and it causes the actual wheat berry to actually come to life. And that means that it has a lot more enzymes, which gives it a lot more nutrients, which is going to make it a lot more healthy for you. So let's go ahead. We're going to put the wrap inside of this pan, and we're going to heat it for about 30 seconds and let the heat come to it. And what that's going to do is make it a little bit softer, so when we try to actually wrap this wrap, it's going to be a lot more pliable for us to be able to wrap the wrap together. So for another 10 seconds, we're going to go ahead and do it. So let's go ahead and keep it going. So we're going to take our wrap, and we're going to put it onto our cutting board, preparing to make our Believe It's Not chicken. Now we're at our last phases, and what we're about to do is go ahead and put our ingredients into the wrap, and we're going to fold the wrap up and be ready to eat. So what we have here left, we have our Believe It's Not chicken stir fry, we have our whole grain rice, we have our delicious homemade barbecue sauce. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about this barbecue sauce. And the great thing about this is that it's actually all natural sugar. I always say sweetly sugarless. We use a organic turbinado raw sugar. And the great thing about this is that it comes right from the sugar cane. And we also use all natural molasses. And the great thing about molasses is that it's very high in potassium. And potassium is actually known to lower the blood pressure. And lastly, we have our Eating to Live seasoning, we have our olive oil, and we have the delicious honey. So let's go ahead and put the food inside the wrap. So we're going to put about a half a cup of the Believe It's Not chicken stir fry right inside of the wrap. And again, we want to make sure that we keep everything nice and neat as we make this wrap, right in the middle. Okay? We're going to put about a quarter cup of the rice right over top of the chicken. And go ahead and neaten everything up right in the middle. Make sure everything's nice and neat. And we're going to go ahead and put next our barbecue sauce right onto the wrap. And we're going to put about 2 tablespoons of our barbecue sauce onto it. You don't want to put too much. If you put too much, your barbecue sauce is going to be oozing out. You don't want that to happen. So we put about, like I said, 2 tablespoons. And we're going to go ahead and sprinkle our Eating to Live seasoning right on top. This is going to actually add some more flavor right into the wrap. So that Believe It's Not chicken, this is going to soothe and melt right in your mouth. And we're going to add some more olive oil. Olive oil is simply being used. It's about a half a teaspoon of this. It's going to be used just to add more of a savory flavor right into the wrap, just a little bit. And the best ingredient, best of all, is our delicious honey. And we're going to go ahead and just drizzle this honey right onto the wrap. And this is, really there's no measurement I can say. The best thing about it is that you just want to put it so it can just have that nice sweetness all the way through. So we're going to take our time now and just wrap it. And what we do when we wrap, you go ahead and put everything right in the middle. Make sure everything's in the middle. And we're going to go ahead and fold the ends just like that. And we're going to fold this back piece. And what we're going to do is simply just wrap this wrap all the way over like that. And make sure everything's tucked in. And I tell you, that's simple as that. We have our delicious whole wheat, all natural, Believe It's Not, honey barbecue chicken wrap. Well, we hope you enjoyed our demo of our Believe It's Not honey barbecue chicken. Remember, as we always say, it looks like chicken, tastes like chicken, and even feels like chicken, but guess what? It's not chicken. Crispy on the outside and white in the middle. Oh, it's delicious. It is our purpose to continue doing these classes. We want you to become educated to understand how to eat healthy. One of the biggest things in society that we're having right now is that people don't understand the science of how to cook healthy. And we're going to make it very simple for you. So remember, my name is Chef Chew, and as I always say, give you something to chew on. Until next time.